The Force is with you, young Skywalker. You are not a Jedi yet.
Hey, what is up, YouTube fam? It's Dupree, aka Darth Hater, here with some fresh Star Wars news, specifically about Book of Boba Fett. But before we get into it, don't forget that like and subscribe button because that greatly helps out the channel. So this one comes from /Gear. It's basically talking about the titles for the episodes of Book of Boba Fett. So I'm kind of taking this with a grain of salt because I've seen something like this before and it was like a little different. Let's see what they have to say. Today, the first season of the Book of Boba Fett TV show episodes leaked with some interesting implications. While the first episode of Book of Boba Fett will be called The Champion, because it also have a chapter number just like The Mandalorian. There's a suggestion that the Book of Boba Fett isn't just a Mandalorian Season 3, it is its next part of its Mandalorian rated string of stories. Which I think, they might get like a second season with this. It's Boba Fett, so, The episode list comes from Giant Freaking Robot, where an insider source suggested the entire series will effectively be a continuation of The Mandalorian. Book of Boba Fett is not replacing The Mandalorian. There'll still be more Mandalorian episodes in a separate show still called The Mandalorian, but any Star Wars series that comes before this Book of Boba Fett keeps the chapter light lit. The first episode of the Book of Boba Fett will have a title that includes Chapter 17. That's interesting. The chapter we left off when The Mandalorian was the Chapter 16. It should be clear that the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett will be the next episode in the greater Mandalorian timeline. The first season of the Book of Boba Fett had 8 episodes. These episodes will be released one at a time each week starting in the month of December 2021, and I cannot wait. Episode titles as follows. Episode 1, The Champion. I'm missing Episode 2, or whatever. Episode 3, The Assassin. It says Episode 3 again. The Syndicate. Episode 4, Battleground. Episode 5, Homeworld. Episode 6, The Warlord. Episode 7, The Showdown. Episode 8, The Hunter. Episodes 1 through 8 are also chapters 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. It's entirely possible that we'll see some of the Mandalorians that appeared in The Mandalorian appear in the series, assuming the episode Homeworld is about Mandalore. It's safe to assume that we'll see our hero Bo-Katan and friends. If the Homeworld means Camino, Boba Fett might arrive. That's what I was thinking. Might arrive to find nothing but water, given the events in the final episodes of Season 1 of The Bad Batch. More likely, we're talking about Mandalore, and the idea that Boba Fett is drawn into the fight to retake Mandalore, and to put Bo-Katan back into power or steal the power for himself, which I'm thinking that's where it's gonna go. In any case, it would seem like a fair bet that the Hunter indicates Boba Fett will be back to his old bounty hunting ways by the end of this first season, but we shall see. Let's go down to these first. So the first one says The Champion. I think that's either talking about, it's gonna, talk about the fact that like Boba Fett kind of took over Jabba the Hutt's, powered his castle and everything like that. So that, or maybe like, as in a champion, like a warrior who's like, fighting like they always like arena kind of thing. Anyway, next one's The Assassin. I'm sure that's probably having something to do with Fennec Shan or something. The Syndicate, that one specifically, I think we might see some Crimson Dawn, because they just were reintroduced into the comic books, into the Star Wars comic books, with Kira coming out as the new head of Crimson Dawn, so maybe that's what I'm thinking that's about. Battleground, who knows? Homeworld, yeah, they're right on that. It could be Mandalore, but it also could be Camino, because that's where Boba was born. The Warlord, no clue what that could be about. The Showdown, that one's interesting. That one, we've been getting bits and pieces about the possibility of Cad Bane being back in the show, being back in the fray. So I'm hoping, you know, they could do the continuation of the battle from the Unfinished Clone Wars episode where, you know, they have their like showdown and they shoot each other, and that's how Boba gets his dent in his helmet. Episode 8, the Hunter. Who knows? Boba Fett's a hunter, the Mandalorian's a hunter. They're all hunters, so who really knows? Yeah, it's kind of weird about the chapters, but like, yeah, this obviously is going to be a continuation of the Mandalorian story, and they've been saying this is basically season like 2.5, so I'm not surprised. Wow, like just 8 episodes. I hope they do a season 2 of this. They probably will do a season 2 because it's Boba Fett. Granted, I would have wanted the Mandalorian series to be about Boba Fett, but you know, it, for a lot of reasons, it's about, you know, they had to not use Boba Fett, mainly because Disney, anytime Disney uses George Lucas's created characters, like the ones he actually created, they have to pay him a certain percentage or a little bit more, something like that. So that's how the deal, as I understood it, goes. So that's why they're making a lot of new shows with a lot of newer characters, because yeah, they obviously don't want to have to give more money to George, but you know, it is what it is. This is interesting. I'm kind of I'm gonna have to sit on, like, you know, these titles for the show for a while, and you know, extrapolate what might come of it, but we're gonna see later down the line. The show comes out pretty soon, like in a few months, in December, so we're gonna see, and we're definitely getting a trailer sometime soon. I'm gonna say probably October, or most likely, obviously, November. But anyway, guys, let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about these titles. Let me know what you think the Homeworld one will be. What do you think it's gonna be? Mandalore or Camino? Let me know down below. And as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to get notifications for all my latest videos. Anyway, guys, take care. See you in the next one. May the force be with you. Bye.